Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a closer look at the dark reality of how pornography and porn addiction have impacted women in the modern world. One of the most alarming consequences is the widespread objectification and sexualization of women. When we talk about objectification, we mean reducing a person to their physical appearance or sexual attributes, disregarding their individuality, thoughts, and emotions. In the realm of pornography, women are often stripped of their humanity and transformed into mere sexual objects. They are portrayed as a collection of body parts, emphasizing their physical attributes rather than their intellect, talents, or personality. The focus is not on their dreams, aspirations, or achievements but solely on their ability to satisfy sexual desires. This dehumanization erodes the value and worth of women, perpetuating a culture that prioritizes physical appearance and sexual desirability over respect, equality, and genuine connection. Imagine for a moment the implications of such objectification. Women are constantly judged and evaluated based on narrow standards of beauty, often unattainable for the majority. They are bombarded with messages that their worth lies solely in their ability to conform to unrealistic and often degrading sexualized ideals. This not only diminishes their self-esteem but also shapes societal expectations, where women are frequently reduced to mere eye candy, valued solely for their physical attributes rather than their unique qualities as individuals. The consequences of this objectification and sexualization extend far beyond the world of pornography itself. It permeates our daily lives, influencing societal norms, media representations, and interpersonal relationships. Women find themselves subjected to cackling, harassment, and unwanted advances, as their objectified image becomes ingrained in the collective consciousness. They are often judged solely on their appearance, reducing their contributions, skills, and ideas to secondary importance. Moreover, the portrayal of women as sexual objects in pornography cultivates a climate that perpetuates harmful power dynamics, contributing to a lack of gender equality. It reinforces the notion that women exist solely for the pleasure and satisfaction of others, diminishing their autonomy and agency. By constantly consuming objectifying media, we inadvertently contribute to the marginalization and devaluation of women, further perpetuating the cycle of inequality. It is crucial that we recognize the damaging effects of objectification and sexualization on women. By understanding the depth of this issue, we can challenge the prevailing narratives and strive for a society that values women not for their physical appearance, but for their unique talents, intellect, and humanity. Together, we can create an environment that fosters respect, equality, and empowerment, ensuring that women are seen and treated as whole individuals, deserving of dignity and appreciation. It is essential to understand the profound consequences that arise when explicit media blurs the lines between fantasy and reality, leading to harmful attitudes and behaviors. Within the realm of pornography, scenes depicting physical and moral violence towards women are disturbingly common. These portrayals often showcase acts of degradation, aggression, and non-consensual encounters, presenting them as normal and desirable components of sexual interactions. As consumers of explicit content, we must acknowledge the potential dangers that arise when these depictions become ingrained in our collective consciousness. The normalization of violence and coercion found in pornography perpetuates a culture that blurs the boundaries of consent and fosters harmful power dynamics. When individuals repeatedly witness these scenes, they may begin to view violence as an acceptable means of expressing sexuality. This distorted perception can lead to a disregard for consent and an inability to differentiate between fantasy and real-life interactions. As a result, women become more vulnerable to sexual assault, harassment, and rape. Distorted notions of consent emerge, where the boundaries of personal autonomy and bodily integrity are blurred or disregarded entirely. The damaging impact on women's lives cannot be overstated. They face the harrowing reality of living in a society where their safety and well-being are compromised due to the normalization of violence and coercion perpetuated by explicit media. Furthermore, the normalization of such behavior in pornography can lead to the replication of unacceptable acts in real-life sexual encounters. Research has shown that individuals who consume explicit material frequently are more likely to imitate the behaviors and scenarios they witness. This replication perpetuates a cycle of harm, reinforcing abusive or exploitative behavior within intimate relationships and society at large. It is vital for us to confront the normalization of violence and coercion within pornography. By acknowledging the consequences of consuming explicit content that portrays these harmful behaviors, we can begin to challenge and change societal norms. We must foster a culture that values consent, communication, and mutual respect within sexual relationships. By doing so, we can strive for a world where women are protected from violence, coercion, and the trauma that arises from the normalization of harmful acts depicted in pornography. Porn addiction can lead to a distortion of expectations within sexual relationships. Men who consume excessive pornography may develop unrealistic standards and desires based on the exaggerated and often degrading scenes depicted in adult content. As a result, they may project these unrealistic expectations onto their partners, creating a significant strain within the relationship. Women, in turn, may feel pressured to conform to these unrealistic ideals, leading to a sense of inadequacy, discomfort, and even violation. The disparity between the sexual encounters portrayed in pornography and the reality of intimate connections can create emotional distress and leave lasting traumatic experiences for women. It is essential to understand that consent, communication, and mutual satisfaction are the cornerstones of a healthy sexual relationship, and the objectification and unrealistic scenarios depicted in pornography can undermine these essential components. Moreover, the influence of pornography can disrupt the emotional and psychological connection between partners. Intimacy goes beyond physical gratification. It involves trust, emotional vulnerability, and a deep sense of connection. When pornography takes precedence within a relationship, it can create a sense of emotional detachment and dissatisfaction. The focus shifts from genuine human connection to the pursuit of unrealistic sexual experiences, leaving emotional intimacy neglected and unfulfilled. It is important to remember that every individual's comfort level, boundaries, and desires are unique and should be respected within a sexual relationship. The harmful influence of pornography can compromise this understanding, leading to an erosion of trust and the perpetuation of unhealthy dynamics. To counter these detrimental effects, open communication and mutual understanding are paramount. Partners should engage in honest conversations about their desires, boundaries, and expectations, ensuring that consent is always prioritized and respected. It is essential to create an environment where both individuals feel safe and empowered to express their needs and concerns without fear of judgment or pressure. By fostering healthy attitudes towards sexuality, emphasizing emotional intimacy, and promoting open communication, we can work towards restoring the balance within sexual relationships. It is vital to recognize the damaging impact of porn addiction on both individuals involved and actively seek ways to nurture genuine connection, respect, and mutual satisfaction. Let us now delve into the concerning phenomenon of how pornography and porn addiction can lead to the reproduction of unacceptable behaviors within society. It is crucial to understand the far-reaching consequences that arise when explicit material becomes a blueprint for real-life actions. Studies have shown that individuals who frequently consume pornography are more likely to imitate the behaviors and scenarios they witness. This replication of unacceptable acts perpetuates harmful cycles and contributes to the normalization of abusive or exploitative behavior within our society. When individuals seek to emulate the scenes they have seen in pornography, they may unknowingly replicate harmful and non-consensual actions. This can range from degrading language and objectification to physical aggression and boundary violation. By normalizing these behaviors, we contribute to an environment where women are at a heightened risk of experiencing various forms of harm and violence. Furthermore, the replication of pornographic behaviors extends beyond individual interactions and infiltrates broader societal dynamics. When individuals internalize the distorted notions of sexuality and power dynamics portrayed in explicit media, they may unknowingly perpetuate harmful attitudes and actions within their communities. This perpetuation can manifest in relationships, workplaces, and even public spaces, further perpetuating a culture that tolerates and even encourages the mistreatment of women. It is crucial to recognize that the reproduction of these unacceptable behaviors is not limited to the actions of individuals consuming explicit material. The influence of pornography permeates our cultural landscape, affecting societal norms and shaping collective beliefs about sexuality, consent, and gender roles. By normalizing and perpetuating harmful behaviors, we contribute to a society where women face increased vulnerability and struggle to secure their rights, safety, and dignity. To combat the reproduction of these unacceptable behaviors, we must take a multifaceted approach. Education and awareness are key components in dismantling the harmful influence of pornography. By promoting comprehensive sex education that emphasizes healthy relationships, consent, and respect, we can equip individuals with the knowledge and tools to challenge and reject the damaging messages propagated by explicit media. Additionally, fostering an environment of open dialogue, where discussions about healthy sexuality and consent are encouraged, can contribute to reshaping societal attitudes. By actively engaging in conversations about the impact of pornography, we can promote critical thinking, challenge harmful narratives, and ultimately work towards building a culture that values empathy, respect, and the inherent dignity of all individuals. By addressing the reproduction of unacceptable behaviors stemming from pornography, we can strive for a society that values consent, rejects objectification, and upholds the rights and well-being of women. Together, let us actively work towards creating a safer, more inclusive world, where individuals are empowered to form healthy, respectful relationships based on equality, understanding, and genuine connection.